So today I'm going to talk about a particular supplement that I was using, nattokinase, as part of a protocol of supplements, medications, diet, and lifestyle that helped me to regress carotid plaque in my neck arteries by 10% in 3 months. Stay tuned. Quick reminder, heart attacks and strokes are the #1 killer in the world by far. They will kill or maim more people than any other chronic disease. And I encourage everyone watching the video, get your arteries scanned. Don't rely on blood work. Get a CIMT done, carotid intermedia thickness scan, a simple ultrasound of the neck. You go to cardiorisk.com, find out where they're doing the scans, sign up. You don't need a doctor's prescription, costs $200, $250, and you can actually track your plaque and assess your real cardiovascular and stroke risk. It's really important to get your scans done. Now, let's just put my last scan report on the screen by way of reminder. For the time being, I'm just going to focus on one number on this scan because I will do future videos on the details. And that is the plaque burden number. You can see in November 2025, it was 2.7. That was a 10% reduction from what it was in August 2025 when it was 3.0 millimeters. So a 10% reduction in non-calcified carotid plaque is a meaningful reduction in the risk that I might have a stroke or a heart attack. One of the things that I was doing during this 3 months, because I'm not going to claim this is the be-all and end-all, was taking nattokinase. And the reason for that is I'd done some research, and let's just pull that study up, from a Journal of Cardiovascular Medicine, 2022, had studied over 1,000 people taking a relatively high dose of nattokinase, and they found some interesting results. So let's use AI, Perplexity, to summarize the results of that study. So this is a summary by the AI app Perplexity. Perplexity.ai. I think it's personally better than ChatGPT. Anyway, as you can see here from the screen, nattokinase at 10,800 fibrillinic units a day for 12 months was associated with regression of carotid atherosclerosis and improvement in lipid profiles with no major safety signal reported. So what they found was that carotid intermedia thickness decreased significantly on average over 12 months, e.g. from about 1.3 millimeters to 1.04 millimeters in common carotid measurements. They also found that carotid plaque size was significantly reduced, with analysts summarizing plaque reduction on the order of roughly 1/3 in the high dose group and no meaningful change at 3,600 fibrillinic units. The effect was dose dependent. So what this study found was that you need to dose nattokinase at a higher level than is typical on the back of most supplement bottles. The dose in this study being 10,800 fibrillinic units a day in order to get the benefits that this study found. So when you look further at the details on this study, it wasn't just carotid plaque burden and intermediate thickness, there was also a reduction in total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, and triglycerides. You can read it here, decreased significantly, while HDL-C increased in the 10,800 fibrillinic units a day group. This was a cohort of 1,062 people with hyperlipidemia and/or carotid plaque. So bottom line is clinical risk implications here. By shrinking carotid plaque and lowering atherogenic lipids, the regimen is interpreted as reducing surrogate markers linked with the risk of stroke and myocardial infarction, although the study did not track hard outcomes like events or mortality. So they found a reduction in plaque, they found a reduction in carotid intermedia thickness, they found a lowering of cholesterol and triglycerides in the group that was taking 10,800 fibrillinic units a day. Like I said, much higher than is on the back most supplement bottles. So this was the basis for why I decided to take 12,000 fibrillinic units a day. And you can see here in summary at the end, they found that in terms of safety, at 10,800 FU fibrillinic units a day for 1 year, no major adverse events or deterioration in liver or kidney function were reported in this cohort. So the message that comes through from this study was that high dose, over 10,000 units a day, was associated with very good results and a very good safety profile. So based on that study, I decided it's an interesting idea. Again, I'm not saying it's the be-all and end-all, but I said to myself, let me take some nattokinase. So I decided to take the brand Arthur Andrew Medical, just because I'd done some research and it seemed to be a good one. I have no affiliation with them. And that particular brand has 4,000 fibrillinic units per capsule. So I took 3 of them. That's 12,000 fibrillinic units, or 12,000 FUs as it's shortened, every day during this 3-month time period. And in fact, I'm still taking it. And it's a proteolytic enzyme, nattokinase, That means it only works systemically on an empty stomach. If you take it around food, all it's going to do is break down protein in the food, and it's basically you're wasting your money. So you have to take it on an empty stomach. So the way I decided to do it was to take all 3 capsules, 12,000 fibrinolytics, in the middle of the night, just because invariably I'm up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom at least once or twice. Now, if you're lucky and you don't wake up in the night to go to the restroom, just figure out a different time of day when you have an empty stomach and take it then. So nattokinase breaks down excess fibrin, excess scar tissue, it helps resolve blood clots, and the study results speak for itself. So I'm not saying that nattokinase was solely responsible for the 10% plaque regression, but I think it was a relevant actor in the process. There's many other compounds, supplements, medications, diet and lifestyle that I was doing, but I just wanted to give you guys one thing that I was doing to see if you're interested in testing it out for yourself. And when you use Perplexity, I encourage you to follow on with your own research, like type in the question, what are the safety parameters around nattokinase? Who shouldn't use it? It's very safe, but I encourage you to do your own research. Certainly talk to your doctor if you want to do that and put questions into Perplexity, because this was part of the protocol that I used to regress carotid plaque. And what I'm doing on this channel is to share ideas that have worked for me, because if you want to minimize your risk of a heart attack and a stroke, take my ideas and run with them however you see fit. So if you like the content on this channel, please do subscribe. Drop a comment in the comments section. What do you want me to cover? I will get into the other compounds I was taking as well, and diet and lifestyle, of course. And let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.